Yo, what's going on, brothers? How can you benefit from being in a hyperinflation environment? How can you increase your return on investment, and what things should you be doing? We're going to be looking at major entrepreneurs, what they're saying. We're going to be diving into what the definition of inflation is, how you can get started, and what you should be doing to benefit and increase return on investment like stated before. Again, before we dive into this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button. Smashing is very important. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you have not checked us out on TikTok, get out Brotherhood Finance, or checked out brotherhoodfinance.com to see what we offer. I'd appreciate that very much. Thank you again for all the love and support, and let's dive into this video instantly. Okay, brothers, so the first thing is, what is inflation? So inflation is the decline of purchasing power of a given currency over time. So pretty much when they print an excess amount of money, like they have been doing in a multitude of countries recently, it's devaluing the currency, devaluing the dollar. That's why Robert Kiyosaki says savers are losers and the rich invest in assets. So it's also a quantitative estimate of the rate at which the decline in purchasing power occurs can be reflected in the increase of an average price level of a basket of selected goods and services in an economy over some period of time. So again, it's pretty much, the prices of goods and services are increasing while the dollar purchasing power is decreasing because they're paying an excess amount. So now let's dive into the slideshow. Let's dive into the presentation. Let's see what major entrepreneurs are saying, like Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett, Michael Burry, what they see, what their outlook is, and how you can benefit and how you can make money in a hyperinflation environment. Okay, brothers, so the first thing is, what is Charlie Munger saying about this? He's saying at the end, if you print too much money, you end up with something like Venezuela. If you don't know what Venezuela is, obviously their purchasing power of their currency got completely devalued, and they just print an excess amount, and it pretty much ruined the economy overall. And obviously the U.S. and a lot of other countries have also been printing a lot of money. Michael Burry says history is not useless. He's been calling that we're about to enter one of the biggest crashes in history, and has been saying that hyperinflation and inflation in general is going to affect the economy bad, and it's just a matter of time before it happens. And Michael Burry also says this text explores the 1970s American inflation, which is more relevant today than one might think. And Ray Dalio is predicting that now that the economy is rebounding, inflation pressures are rebounding. So he's also saying that inflation is happening at a rapid rate right now. They're printing a lot of money, and you need to prepare for how to keep up your money with inflation, that your earned income that you work for, and how you can get your passive income higher to keep up with inflation. So again, how can you profit from inflation? What are some of the key things, and what can you do? So obviously, again, they're printing an excess amount of money. And if you look right here, at $884 billion, roughly 1/5 of the relief money was to help workers and families. And while the stimulus attempted to ease the economic pain, economics says the real cause, the ongoing pandemic, was unaddressed. Only 16% of the money was actually allocated to fighting the health crisis, including tests and contact tracing. Obviously, mass amounts of inflation. Some other metrics before we dive into how you can benefit from it is the transition to old societies is already well underway. And if you look at this graph right here, the proportion of young people and retirees in the population. So there's a lot of people that are, getting ready to retire. There's a lot of boomers, which causes more problems because obviously they're not going to be working. And that can affect the economy overall as well. We're talking about pensions and other things where these people, especially the boomers, are going to need money when they retire. And obviously the growth of the working age population is slowing. So less people are working. They're collecting money from the government. They're not having to work. And if you look, just more and more young people are not working, which is even worsening inflation measures. So how can you benefit from it? So there's a couple things you can benefit from inflation. So you can use debt. So obviously Robert Kiyosaki from Rich Dad Poor Dad, he says that in order to get rich, you don't use your money, you use other people's money. So it's imperative that you have good credit and that you're using other people's money, because as they devalue the dollar, you don't want to use your money, you want to use other people's money. Big businesses like Apple, Amazon, etc., a lot of those businesses don't even use their own money, they use other people's money, and then they increase their return on investment from leveraging debt. So that's also key. Another thing you can do is you can invest in real estate. So with real estate, you can buy a property, and if it's renting out, it's appreciating. So when they print more money, your house is going up with the value of appreciation. So the more money they print, obviously the higher value that the house is or that rental property is going to go up. So that's going to help you keep up with inflation. So those are two ways. Obviously, debt, you can utilize debt, which is very imperative. We talk about that all the time at Brotherhood Finance, and also that time is your best asset. Or you can utilize buying houses or apartment complex that cash flow, appreciate, and go up in value. Or you can study in the stock market, but you need to make sure you have the proper knowledge and the proper key and fundamental information to be able to, do well in the market overall. And at Brotherhood Finance, we give you the tools and everything you need to succeed. Again, brothers, I hope you found massive amount of education and success from this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, make sure to smash that thumbs up button. It's very important. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you haven't had the opportunity to check out our website at brotherhoodfinance.com, we have clothing, we have products, and we have packages that are going to give you the fundamental tools and knowledge needed to succeed as being an entrepreneur and just increasing your return on investment and getting your money to work. I hope you found massive amounts of value in this video as always. Have a good rest of your day. Peace, brothers.